Gameweek 7 Match of the Week is a fantastic battle that featured a little bit of everything. It's a FODL A contest between the train and the author. Criminal is on the call. Let's watch. Players, you ready to go?
Let's do it, Crim.
Good to go.
All right, both players are ready. I'm ready. Thanks again for waiting out there in the chat. We got a dual cam matchup here. Author's on the right with the darts for cricket. Game on.
Hey, shoot him well, train.
Shoot him well, author.
And so we get to see each player's throw now. Enjoy roasting them in the chat. There's going to be 3 20s to start for the author. And the author immediately with the duct tape shoes going. I love it. Train going to come back with just a single 19. So we've seen Train on the dual cam experience before. We haven't seen author on here in a while with a dual cam. As he's going to come back with a big round, I think it is. Yes, 7 mark. 4 20s blaze it and 3 19s to close. Huge darts there from the author. And now Train forced to move to his favorite target, 17s. His supposed favorite target, just a single. So slow start for Train, a hot start for author. And author content to just punish away some points. He's going to tack on an extra 20 there. Very different looking throw styles. Train, of course, with a little bit of the hendo in him. He's kind of got that little rock back and forth. So 2 17s for him. Author, a very quick thrower of the dart. And he's got a little rapid Ricky. Look at him filling up 9 threes for the author. It's a 9-mark round in Australian cricket. And here it's worth 0. That's a miss. That's a miss. Pitts 2 already saying jank. Everyone talking about how author looks thin but doesn't have any follow through. Let's see. Looks like a 3 mark for Train. Yeah, he did sneak all 3 in there. We'll see if author's now self-consciously thinking about the follow through as he throws. See, that's the fun part. The first start was nice and smooth and shanked into the 2, but he does clean it up for 2 17s. Chatter9 says follow through overrated. Yeah, guys, I have a great follow through. I have a great follow-through, and I suck. There's 2 17s for Train, so a little point battle back and forth. I apologize for the chat that I didn't pay attention to anything that happened in between matches there. I'm sorry. I was just focused on trying to get all this set up as fast as possible, so apologize for that. Going to be a single 17 there from the author. Oh, DJ Mike Q's like also in the good follow-through club, so yeah, it doesn't mean anything. There's 2 18s from Train, so... Still off to kind of a sluggish start. He hasn't had the big visit. Author riding that 7-mark round still. And there's a nice turn from the author again. Treble 20 for him. Single 18. So another 4 mark. Congra says, just looking at my throw has helped Jules Echo improve. That's a big third there from Train. So wayward with the first 2. But it was able to correct to a treble 18 on that third dart. And author, meanwhile, only able to get a single 20 for a little bit more point cushion. And looks like just another single 18 from Train. I think my favorite thing about the dual cam is, how, just the way video stuff works. Sometimes it's a little funny. Train throws his dart, and then it's like, 4 seconds later, it shows up in the board. It's like it makes it seem like he's lobbing it so impossibly gently when obviously he is not. Author's going to close up the 18s there, get an extra 20 as well. So Train going to move now to 15s. It's a good start on it. And he's going to find 4 of them there, so good visit to open up that wedge. And author once more. He's playing the safe version, which I don't mind. Almost found the treble 15 right in the corner of the treble 10. 2 more 20s for more points. Benny X31 is loving the biceps on the Train as he finds another treble 15. How's a 5 mark on the 15s? Train's starting to get it going here, but is it too late? He's still behind. Author with 2 extra wedges open. And Author picking and choosing here with 2 more 20s, went down to the 15 for 1. Repat says Train must throw from 16 feet. And he'll find a 3 mark there all around the treble once again. DJ Mike Hughes says regulation Train tie distance. I like it. That looks like a single 20, single 15. So Author getting close to closing off that 15 wedge, but meanwhile, Train is closing the gap. And it's another 3. Once again, all around that treble, but now it's actually enough to be on top. Oh, and a big third dart from the Author. Looked like it was going to be a slack turn. Salvaged it with the treble 20 on the third. The Train right back into the treble. That is looking like only 4. Very close to 6. It is just 4. Author this time, though, able to find the 20s and the close of 15. So gonna make Train move on to a new wedge. And a good start on it again from Train. He might have accidentally closed 19s there. He did. Maybe on purpose, actually. I'm not sure. But he did hit 4 16s. 19s closed. So now it's just 1 wedge to 1. However, it is Author with 20s against 16s, and Author does find 2 20s there. And there's going to be 2 16s from Train. Not enough to take the lead. The chat has just entirely turned to Train's workout regimen and biceps. I don't know where your dad's GF is, but she should be here right now. There's a single 20 from the Author. Core's curls must be a part of it, as we hear Author opening up with certainly a Miller Lite. Oh, but Train can't close 20s. He went for it, stayed there too, and only was able to find a single 20. So Author can still score there, which again, he's keeping the same strategy. First 2 darts at the 20, third dart at the 16, but he's only able to find a single 20. Train back to work on the 16 wedge. That is a good looking second dart. Third comes just slow, but is it 4 or only 2? It's, oh wow, it's only 1. Wow. Super close there from Train to the treble. I thought it was in there. And Author this time right to the 16s for 3. He's had enough of that. He says, let's just put an end to this. And he's going to close it off. Look at the MPRs in this one. Train with a considerably higher MPR right now. But it's because it's all on 15s and 16s, and Author's hitting 20s. And Train, meanwhile, tried to make it a bull race and couldn't find the 20, only a single. So we'll see if Author goes to punish. He's going to. That looks like 4 20s. Is it 4? I don't see it put in. It is 4. There it is. So huge. So Train unable to close that 20 wedge costs him 80 points. As Author with massive punishment there. Train went to the bull, had 1 bounce out. Thanks a lot, Nodor. And Author now needs 3 bulls. It's a bull race. Make it 2. He'll only need 2 more. Train is going to need 7. That's a good start. He's going to find at least 3, I think. It is 3. So a little sweatier now for Author, who's still looking for 2. Needs a bullseye. Not going to find any. So Train here with an opportunity. 4 bulls would be enough. That's a great start. Bullseye. Oh, he can't close quite squeeze it in. Unbelievable. It's only 3 with the hat trick. Nearly found it. Author now needs 2. There's 1/3 dirt. And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to the Author. Taking it down. Unbelievable there. Stealing it, or maybe not quite stealing it, but hanging on to beat the Train in that one. Train with a higher MPR. You rarely see it. Higher MPR, but losing. Author doing a great job keeping his big wedge open and using it for points. 31-20s hit, and that was the difference in that one. Now it's going to be Train to try to clap back in the second leg of cricket. Game on. Wow, was so close. Was so close. And then Author with really some great darts come back and hit 2 after all that momentum. And speaking of 2, Train going to start with 2. Lots of sexes, wows, finishing. Wow, that was a fun leg. As looks like maybe 4. Oh, actually 6. Shanghai 19s there for Author, utilizing the double. So off to a big start again. And there's a nice 3 mark on the 20s in response. Congra, he loves cricket. And I agree. It's fun to watch. You get the back and forth aspect, a lot more pressure, in my opinion, than just like watching someone miss doubles. There's a 419 round from Author. A lot more opportunity for like big scores as well throughout, because anyone can hit a 9 mark at any time. There's some big darts. Speaking of big darts and big scores, Blaze It 420s as a single 19 there, only from the Author in response, was still in the lead. Benny X31, he agrees this game is awesome. It's awesome when the photo does it. And there's a Train. He says not quite full Shanghai, but he'll go with the double and a treble for 520s here. Slinger says dual cam mandatory next season. Sure, maybe. Could do it. Maybe do it. There's a treble 19, but only the treble 19 from Author. It is not enough to give him the lead. And Train is going to take a page out of the Author's book here and say, you know what, I'll just keep scoring. And another 320s is a solid way to put points on the board. And Author with a nice little 5 mark right back. Very casual looking throw, but it's effective. 519s, and look at the averages in this leg. 3.8 and 3.4. It's just a great points battle. Classic points battle, 20 and 19. As Train, another 320s, back on top once again. King Raj says, what I miss. As Author almost went Shanghai again there. I think it is 419s and a single 20. Oh, it's actually 519s, so he did get the double and the treble. Utilizing the double to get back in the lead. Of 4.2 MPR for Author right now. Train with a 3 mark there. Takes a 1-point lead. He's got a 3.3. Author went for the hero dart, but this time could not find it. Just a single 19 for him. King Raj says, what I miss. You missed a great match from Fireman and Music City. Really both playing very well, but Fireman with an impressive 5-1 win. And then you missed a very exciting first leg of cricket here where Train had the higher MPR, but Author won the leg, came down to the bowls, and Train was millimeters away, micrometers even, from winning it. That's just a single 20 there from Train. Big darts again from the Author. Might be another 419s. Oh, it's only 2. Everybody predicting a 1,000-pointer now. Well, we're already halfway there, and we're only in 1 wedge apiece. And the circle game is off, so. There's just 2 20s for Train here. He was sitting on the blaze, couldn't reblaze. And Author has closed off now the 20s with that treble 20, single 19, treble 20. So he'll be the first to force Train to move. And Author, after 10 rounds, maintaining that 3.4 MPR, just pounding away the 19s. Train looks like just 117. A tough deflection again. Everybody wants the 1,000-point leg. Author says, okay. Oh, it's just a 7. Had a chance for the 9 in there, but tacks on 133 points. He says, I'll bring it to 1,000. Why not? Now Train coming right back. He's going to find at least 4. It is only 4 in the 17s, but over 100-point lead now for Author. And look at those darts. He's starting to get dialed in there. Seeing some of the Author of old here as he finds 3 17s. Closes that right up. Now we'll see if Train can get back some points. That big 7 mark from Author is just pure punishment. Little bit of a nervy dart on that third one from Train. Couldn't get it out of his hand. That's a benefit of seeing the throw cam. We can see those pulled shanks. As there's a big dart from the Author again in the treble. Treble 18 to close it. Shake of the head from Train. And he's just in disbelief right now as he just pounds away again. Another treble. It's just going to be that treble, though, but he opens up another wedge. So far, every time he's done it, Author's been right there behind him to say no more. Oh, but that's a brutal deflection. Absolutely brutal. Was headed dead center of the 15 and hit off both darts, it looked like, and came out. And Train now looks to punish. Oh, he almost finds a 9. He's going to find 7. A huge bounce out there for the Author as Train with nearly maximum punishment comes in for 7 15s. Author, meanwhile, does close the 15s with his narrow lead and hits a treble 19. Treble right back for more points. Train again. What can he do? Puts the hands up like Krim, just saying, what do I have to do to beat this guy? He's back in the treble again. And it's another 7 mark round for the Train. Absolutely unconscious darts. 2 7s and 3 visits here. And it's still finding him behind. Can Author punish again? This time it's only 3 19s, but still the points climbing. An Author refusing to yield, but so is Train. It's a great battle. Oh, this time it's only 1 for Train. And now Author with the big lead. He still wants more points, though. Same strategy as before. 2 at the 19, 1 at the 16, but it's only 1 and 1 for him. the chat saying, yeah, cricket sucks, you know. Like, who likes watching this, you know? There's people battering trebles back and forth. Yeah, who likes that? Speaking of battering. Oh, and now Train has a treble 16 on the floor. It's just a 4 mark. Falling out of the board there was huge, but it is enough to take the lead back. And Author can only come back with 119. Train trying to claw his way back in, fighting. Still has work to do, but he's covered a lot of ground so far. He's in the treble again. This time, closing off the 18s. I like the move there, closing off a wedge. And he's in the lead. Author, though, back to 19s. He's just going to find 2. It's enough to put him on top, but now only by 7. Train hammers in some more. That looks like minimum 4. And it is 4 more 16s from Train. Now the lead has ballooned to 57. And Author says 57. That's how much a treble 19 is worth. Here, let me hit it. After all of this, we're tied at 855 apiece. Unbelievable. Train now deciding how does he want to play this. Big decision here. He's going to go for 19s. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no! Look how close all 3 darts are. Right next door with each, and it's a miss. Author, there's his points. He's just going to get right back into scoring and hit a single 16. So now he only needs one more 16, two more 19s. Jumps back on top, almost getting to 900 points now. And Train, once again, is in the treble. Oh, no! No! Another one falls out. Oh, it's actually only a single. That was another treble on the floor. And Author, can he close? He can! 2 19s and the 16 to close. So Author will take a lead to the bull. He still has 19s open as well, and Train needs to come back on the bull. Looks like he is going to try to make it a bull race. He's going to start with just 119, so Author looking for 3 bulls. He's going to get some extra points first. Maybe he just wants the 1,000. Went for the bull on the third. He's going to tack on 57, so he's very close to 1,000 now. Train going to go right to the bull. He says he needs the points now. Not going to find it, and Author just needs 3 bulls. There's a 19 to eclipse 1,000 points in this battle. 24 rounds. The Author's still over 3.0. He's over 1,000 points. Put a bull in there with the 19 as well. Unreal. Chat going crazy for the 1,000-point round. There's a 19 from Train, so he's almost got it to a bull race. Author just looking for 2 bulls. One more will do. Not yet. This marathon leg continues. Just an absolute battle. Train just needs an absolutely heroic effort now on bulls. He's going to find 2 of them there, but Author just needs 1 bull. Not yet. Train's still alive. Can he do the impossible? Good looking dart to follow there. Yeah, and he does for 3. Only 3. The way those darts were grouped. He's trying to get himself to 1,000. But Author's going to take it down with a bullseye. Game shot and the leg to the Author. 1,000 points. 1,000 points for Cricket. 76 darts. 1,000 points for the Author. Just a crazy leg. Author finds himself up 2-0 with the darts moving to 501. Game on! And the next match is going to start late. After that marathon, I didn't read any of the chat. People just going crazy mostly, as there's a good ton to start out for the Author, staying locked in. Everybody approving that the Author was a good guy to get to over 1,000 before he finished it out. There's a 60 from Train. We'll see if Train agrees. Ario27 says, how much higher can Crim's voice get? Oh, it can get higher, boys. 22, Roadhouse. I loved every second of that game, says Congra. King Raj says he works at 3 a.m. Is it a max? Oh, it's just a ton 40, but still huge darts for Train. These guys are just slinging right now. There's a 60 from Author. Pitts 2 says, good news. You and Left Hand Hooligan only last about 25 minutes. Train is just looking dialed in. His throw looks smooth. His groupings are pretty tight, even when he misses like that. Only 70 there. Author still looking in there as well. He'll find himself 45. So a decent start for Author, but Train out and running. And once again, in the treble bed. He'll find himself a nice 97. Good cover shooting there. And he'll already be on a finish. And there's a ton 40 right back from Author. He says 134. Sure, sounds good to me. Train's got the first crack. Beautiful third dart from the Train to set up 36. Very nice math from him. Author 134. His will be off. Going to be 40 scored for the author. He'll be sitting on 94, but first train 36, double 18. He's going to find it on that first dart. Game shot on the leg to the train. 16 darter to kick off the 501. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, buckle your seatbelts because we're going to just keep the gas pedal down the whole way. Please keep your arms inside the vehicle as we proceed. Train has the darts. Game on.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de los puertos.
Very nice. Very nice reference to those of you who ride the metro station. That's what they say. And another great start from Train as he comes out with a 98 to start. And Author, a good start as well. Looks like an 81 from him. So trebles, if you want one, just get in line right now. They're just handing them out. Everybody gets one. Trebles for everybody. And there's another one, 85 for Train. So he is keeping the heat on. And Author is up to the task. He's going to find 85 right back. Unbelievable performance so far by both of these players. I hope they can sustain. Another good-looking dart from Train. I believe only 43 this time. Very close again. Not the Author's sister's in the chat. She's loving the double cams. Look at those darts. About as close as you can get for a 60. DeGrubs, that 16 darter is tied for a bonus point. That's right. Nooch had one earlier as well. So those big points for Train there. Well, I thought the Author was about as close as you could get for 60. I'll take it back and say that might have been actually closer. And it's a 180. As if you didn't think a maximum was coming in this one, the way these gentlemen are throwing a maximum from the Author. A 180 to set up 95. Beautiful darts from him. I mean, it was just a lock that we were going to see a max. Train comes right back, nearly a 125. Looks like 85 from him. Oh, it is actually the 125. So he's on it. Author, though, double 19. Oh, and he can't take it out. He nearly took out the 95. Pop. He goes just inside. And now Train has a chance to take out 90. Oh, no. He's missed the big number there. Kind of a deflection off the flight. And it's only 24 for Train. Author now looks to clean up 19. He's going to do it on that third dart. Game shot and the leg to the Author. How's an 18 darter with a chance for 14 in it to back up the 16? 6 visits only, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we need to tidy up these 501 legs. Author back on track, up 3-1 with the darts. Game on. Holy smokes. Guys, King Raj and Left Hand Hooligan play next. Can you believe what we're watching right now? There's a 60 there from the Author. The chat went crazy for the 180. Jules Echo talking about Train flexing. He was a fan. As there's 45. Yeah, just 45 there for Train. Mind the gap, says King Raj. There's an 83 from the Author. The Sex, the Wows, the Pows, the 14 darter sweat was on. Pitts 2 saying he respected the 14. K-Ball 02 this match with the wow face. There's a 57 from Train. Pitts 2 says, yeah, just casually averaging 83 and 76. No big deal. just crazy standard right now. There's a 28 from the Author. I have to pace myself. I'm going to be out of breath by the time the last match is on. There's just a 41 from Training. He loves sitting darts on that top of the treble 20 wire. And that looks like a 60 from the Author. So a little bit of a slowdown here. DJ Mike Hughes says, Langolin. Like a sheep's wool? And just 45 from Train. So, yeah, he's off to a little of a rougher start. This is probably the longest stretch we've seen him go without a treble in a while. And Author, meanwhile, is right back in there. Oh, not able to keep it straight to set up the 170 attempt. But 83 to put him right on the precipice of scoring range. There's a 60 from Train, so he'll still be sitting well outside. Let's see how well Author can set up from 187. Nice 97 there. I'm not a big fan of the switch, but you hit the treble, and he's averaging 69, so in fact it is nice. And a little bit of a rough visit there from Train. Looks like maybe just 31. Author requires 90. Oh, he's going to set himself up on the Menser with a 62 scored. And big dart from Train trying to put some pressure on. It's going to be a 97. I'm sorry, 8. Yeah, 97 from Train. Yeah, 97 from Train. So he'll be sitting on 125, but Author looks for the Menser, double 14. Oh, no, he's gone into the 11. Oh, no, and then the treble 1, so now he'll be left on double 7 if he returns. Train going to adjust the math. He'll be sitting on 125. On. Oh, it hurts my soul. I thought he was going to go bullseye, bullseye for it. He went down to the 17. He still did put himself on top, so Author looks for double 7. And he's going to find it on the second dart. Game shot and the leg to the Author. The justice of math has been served at the Author's bestowance. Is that a word? Yeah, I made it one. Double 7 taken out. Author 4-1. Train's got the darts. Game on. Another great leg in this match. Looks like a 41 to start from Train. Train got to be wondering what is happening. He threw a 3-0 in cricket basically, and has a 72 average and is down 4-1. Author finishing clinical. Author scoring very well. DJ Mike Hughes says, the Author in the study with a dart. As there's another 57 put in from the Train. And somebody's using what sounds like a stand mixer in the background. There's an 83 from the Author. It was like such a specific sound. Carruthers must be working on photo merchandise in the back. There's a 60 from the Train. Sorry, the door to the sweatshop popped open there for a second. As there's a ton from the Author just back in there with the scoring. DJ Mike Hughes says it's only 7 minutes till the Author's clock goes off. 43, I think, for Train. He's had a lot of those just close starts. The first couple legs, they were all going in. Now they're kind of just falling slightly short. And Author, meanwhile, just continues to pound. Another 140 for him. Just casually put in there. He is locked on the red bit. Train's finding that hole in the treble 1 again for another 43. Author 137. And he's going to score himself a 99 to set up the double 19 again. See if he goes right at it. Potential for the bonus point for the 16, so I suspect he might, even though Train's a bit back with 59 there. Author requires 38. Well, he's slipped into the 7 there. He wants a rascal. inside, so he's left himself on 10 now. Train, though, not on a finish, so author will return. Now Train is all around it again. Only 60, author 10. He's going to find treble 18. That's a bit too many. And now Train, a chance to steal from 138. And it's off. And he'll put in another solid 60 there. Starting to knock on the door. Author looks for double 5. Now he's gone inside. Oh, no! And then he hit the double 1 to leave himself on 3. Disaster. Train looks for 78. Train not able to find any targets he was looking for. Looks like 30 scored, perhaps. Author requires 3.
Yeah.
Author not going to be able to check it out. Train's going to fix his score. It was a 30. Author did, though, manage to stay outside to not bust the madhouse. The PPR record is here. Train requires 48. Double 16. Outside the double 16, author can still escape this leg with the victory. Double 1. He's going to find it on that first start. Game shot on the leg to the author. Train had got all the way down there to try to nick it. Could not. Author now up 5-1 in this one. Unbelievable performance still by both players here in the 60 range, even after that leg. Author's got the darts again. Game on. Still under 30 darts. Yeah, just a 28 darter with like 10 missed doubles. Yeah, he had a dart for 16 there. Did the author as he puts in a 28 to start. Pitts 2 says, wow, when author follows through, it's like a warp whistle into the triple 20. Speaking of warp whistles, there's a breakfast by the Train. Single 5, single 20, single 1. And here in the FODL, the first online dart league, when 5. When someone throws a breakfast, we ask an official breakfast question of you, the viewing audience. So I asked your favorite darts player in the first breakfast question. There's a 47 from Train. I now want to know, who is your least favorite darts player? Let me know in the chat your least favorite darts player. That's your official breakfast question. Nice recovery after the 5 from the author to score an 81. And again, the 43 from Train. You know, he should just turn his dartboard a quarter inch to the right, and he'd be averaging 150. 60 there from the author. He has hit that treble 1 right on the wire 7 or 8 times. He's got to try to find a way to straighten it out, get back into the treble 20. $45 there from the Train. There's a couple answers already rolling into the chat. Congra says his least favorite is Barney. There's a 40 there from author. Ario27 says his least favorite player is Radar. There we go. There's a treble for the Train. 83 for him, so hopefully that will be the one that gets him going a bit. Let's see. James Wade says Pitts 2. Ninja with the peg leg, Price. Too much of a hothead and too much bully-like behavior. Nice recovery on the third dart from author for 41. I knew that was a 41 the whole time. Train responds with a 45. King Raj says Chris Mason. Repat says Wade. TJ McHugh says Cali Kid. Just a random choice. Pearsode says Gurney. There's a 24 from the author. Yeah, not the author's sister, says that guy that was trolling the chat earlier. Yeah. Where was he? Where would he be now with what we're seeing? Oh, a 180 would have been perfect there from Train. It's only going to be a ton. Thought it was a ton 40 at least. Thought he had the sweat. Still, good darts there to put himself on checkout position. Author getting a sip from that wonderful Miller Lite beverage.
Very quick dart repair.
Oh, doing some actual dart repair. I'll go back to the chat.
There it is.
There's the clock. There's the clock. Adnak, by the way, won 5-1. I honestly did not even pay attention that match was there. Is there another match on right now? I honestly don't even know. Let's look. Nope, just this one. Okay, the clock is done, and sounds like the repairs are finishing up there from the author.
Yep. Another 10 seconds.
Another 10 seconds there. King Ninja with the peg leg says, you know, my other least favorite is this guy. I've heard of King Raj. Apparently he hates charity.
Sorry about that.
Topical. Okay, author's got his dart fixed, and he's back. Looks like all fresh flights for the author. And maybe that's why. Nice ton. Now with the white flag flights on there. And we'll see what Train can do from 112. Looks like a 73 maybe? No, just 51 for Train. Author 122. And he's going to take it out. Game shot in the leg to the author. A 122 finish. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, my goodness. I was ready to throw all the crim eye rolls in the world in the chat because he started on 20s from 122. And all the things I said about justice being served for punishment, it's off the table. Author, a 122 checkout. Train has the darts. Game on. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm still going to put some eye rolls in. But that was beautiful math for the route he went. Author, I will say this about that shot. He knew what his targets were. So that is good planning from the author. Nice 91 to start for Train. So he did half the battle there. Knew that he had the treble 20 to leave 62. Treble 10 for double 16. Pop, pop, pop. What a finish. Pitts 2 says... was reaching for crim eye roll, then gets his bonus point taken away by the 122 finish. Impressive checkout from the author. And who is this author? And where has he been all season? There's a 60 from the Train. Train's probably wondering that same exact thing right now. As author matches with the 60 of his own. That was an incredible finish. King Raj is saying, where's the 156? It's coming. 97 there for the Train. Yeah, somebody said them flights. Oh, it was the author's sister. Them flights, though. Yeah. He's got 222. He takes a couple minutes, puts on the white flights. He says, you know what? I'll take out 222 and 6. That sounds good to me. And he finds another 85. So both players off and running here in this leg again. And waiting for the third dart to apparate. It's going to be 41 there from Train. And just 28 there from the author. Pearsode says, this is terrible news from our relegation status. You know, it's probably not a bad thing. Train at 212. Let's see what he can do for his setup. That is a good-looking setup. Another ton for Train, just like the last leg. Ton from 212 to leave 112. We'll see if he can finish it up this time. 60 for the author will leave him outside, so Train's got 6 from here. Wow. Unreal. And then, of course, he misses into treble 8 there, because why wouldn't he? There's a 64 from Train. I think that's 60 from Author as well. It is only 41. Train requires 48. He's going to find it on that third dart. Game shot in the leg to the Train. A tidy little 21 dart leg there. Nice bounce back after the finish from the Author on that 122, the leg before. Train still in there fighting for every leg he can get. One more leg to go. Author has the darts. Game on. Congra saying that I'll be salty adding that checkout to the top 10. As I will watch it, I'll slowly die inside. That is a fact. Author is taking a sip of the beer. Author, it is your visit first.
I'm aware.
Oh, he's aware. Pearson says I'll make it number 10 out of spite.
There you go.
And there's a 7. Ninja with a peg leg says 100 plus checkouts cool and all, but have you ever checked out on a double 4? Mwah. Chef's kiss. There's a 57 for the Train. You know, Congra's giving me an idea there. It says make it number 11 and add it to the bad math. There's a 55. Maybe I should just do a video of bad math and just roast everybody for 10 minutes. It's like, hey, here's King Raja needing to go for bullseye, and he doesn't, like an idiot. Oh, my goodness. Just for 10 minutes straight. Watch Krim roast people who can't do basic arithmetic. Okay, Author's having a bit of a slow start there. There's a breakfast. I asked for your least favorite
It's your damn fault.
least favorite darts player for the breakfast question. There's a 81, I think, from Train. It is good 81 there. King Raj says, I loved how you used me. Well, you were the first one that came to mind that did that twice in a row last week. There's a ton from the Author, so nice bounce back visit for him. DJ Mike Hughes says he's considered it and still says Cali Kid for his least favorite player. So 41. My least favorite, I think, is Menser. There's a ton again from the Author, back-to-back tons. Because Menser is just so, like, deliberate and slow, and it's like he does it on purpose. There's another bounce out from Train. So just a 40 from him. So definitely Menser. I hate watching any match Menser is in, that's for sure. Another ton from Author. 3 on the trot. Back-to-back-to-back tons. Pretty impressive going full Tom Amansky right there. And they're back-to-back-to-back AAU national championships. 113 for Author. Gonna be off. Gonna be very off. He'll be left with 86, but Train's not on a finish yet. Think he did squeeze 60 in there. He did, so he is on the 138, Author 86. Oh, more rough darts from Author as it's just 20. Opening the door for Train at 138. And it's off. And he's going to find an 82. So pressure put on now to Author requires 66. Man, if that went in, I would have lost my mind. Author 66 went for the 16 first, leaves tops. Train requires 56. He wants double 18. And he's going to find it on the third. Game shot in the leg to the Train. That dart dangling in there hangs on, and Train somehow salvages a 3-6 loss out of this one. Incredible darts from both players here. Just a 6 standard. Train is going to walk away with a 62 average. Author also over 60. We saw a maximum. We saw an incredible 122 finish. Great darts all around. A fantastic leg of cricket. Let's go to some post-game interviews now. We'll be starting here with the Train. I just got to find him. I lost his framing. There he is. All right, Train. So you came in knowing you've kind of been in a new spot. Never in your photo career have you been in a potential relegation territory, I guess you could call it. You're sitting a little bit clear. You knew you had a big match coming in. What were your thoughts coming into the match, knowing how Author had played so far this season?
The last few times I played Author, it's not like I took him lightly. It's just he has my name, man. I don't know. He always he throws really good, and yeah, I'm just happy that I threw well. There was times where my scoring disappeared and his showed up and stole a leg on me here or there. But yeah, he's a good darter, man. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean,
what was the average?
Yeah, 62, 60, yeah. Yeah, not too much you can really say.
I'm happy.
Not too much you can really say negative about that match. I mean, outside of maybe the 2 legs where you kind of lost sight of the treble for a bit, you bounced back nicely after them, though. I mean, what positives are you gonna take away from this match? You looked a little more honed in. It looked like you were finding more troubles and getting a little bit better rhythm than the last time we saw you on the dual cam. Is that something with the comfort of the dual cam, or were you just playing a little bit better darts today?
Yeah, I think I was. I've been practicing a lot. I've been throwing on the webcam and just random on the throw channel. I just need to get more reps against people, not bots. And I did a little bit of that this week. I need to do more. But yeah, it just comes down to just throwing the dart straight and the release point. You get that release point right, you can find the treble quite easily. And you can see in some of my legs, I kind of lost track of it. And he capitalized, so good on him.
Yeah, I mean, and you still were able to salvage a lot out of that match. I mean, the 16 darter, great darts in that leg we'll see in this next match if that holds for a bonus point, which is a sick thing to just say out loud. And you still salvaged at least 3 points there, 3 legs. Next week, you're going to be facing off against the Nooch, and then you'll be closing the season with the Surgeon. So not an easy path for you to finish up your season.
Oh, perfect.
What are you looking forward to
what I wanted.
in those 2 matches?
100%. It's what I want. I'm gonna pull a King Raj card here and say that's exactly what I want. I want the best competition, so I can light them up.
Well, Train, if you throw like you did tonight, you'll certainly be having a chance to light them up. Train, good luck the rest of the way. It's going to be a tight one down the stretch there in FODL A, so best of luck to you.
Thanks, Grim, and good game, Author.
Hey, great match, Train.
And
It's always a pleasure.
We'll now go over to the Author. So, Author, we've seen your ups and downs this season. You had a couple weeks away on the road board, back at home, and it seemed to help. Just talk about what happened in tonight's match that was different than the rest of the season, where you seem to find the game that we know that you have.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the season, I was using. I understand that the darts don't make the darter, but I do think that there's a confidence thing involved with that. And so at the beginning of the season, I was playing with my other set of Jockey Wilsons, and they were constantly just, no matter how hard I threw, no matter what, they would just fall out of the board. And I'd lose 60 points here, then 20 points there, and it drove me crazy. And so I switched to the Bristos for a while, and I don't know, just never quite felt right. And my season never, it just never progressed. And then whatever it was, my last photo match, and then into the Q Cup 2, I switched to a different set of jockeys. I just got into a good mindset. I started watching, I think my confidence and interest level and all of it is directly correlated with the amount of darts content that I'm taking in. So I started watching documentaries and old matches and everything, and practicing, and my confidence came back, and even in the matches, like when I'm playing with guys, just in practice matches, even when I lose, I'm still seeing that it's an unbelievable improvement over where I was 3 weeks ago. And so I think that came into play in a big way tonight. I knew I needed, I believe I needed 9 points to at least be even with Rascal, I think. So I knew I needed 5 legs, and for the moment I've got 6, and I believe 2 bonus points, 1 guaranteed. And I just kind of went into this knowing what I needed to do, and I guess just sort of executed. So.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And yes, certainly the 180 obviously isn't going anywhere. You and like 17 other people threw 7 marks as well. So as long as no one throws a 9, you can steal one there. And of course, for now, with 1 match remaining, that 122 is going to hold up. Let's talk about that 122. Big time checkout for you. I mentioned that's not the normal Crim approved route. As
so what would be the Crim approved approach to that?
So 122, you'd want to start on the 18s. The reason being, if you hit a single 18, you have 104 left. You could still hit a treble 18 and have a chance for the bullseye. You go 20s there, and if you miss, then obviously your turn is over. Even if you hit a treble 18 on your first start, you still have the 70, so you can still hit a 20 for the bullseye.
If you don't miss?
Well, if you don't miss, we saw what happened there. So talk to us about that, because clearly you knew in your head, at least I thought you knew in your head, okay, my target is triple 20. If I hit that, I'm going to hit treble 10 and then double 16. So you planned out the turn at least, and you just hit it right there in rhythm, no hesitation. What was going through your head as you hit that finish?
So I did plan out the turn. However, the thing that I didn't do, I didn't plan for misses, which I got very lucky that I was able to knock that out. But I didn't, if I had missed any one of those darts, I would have stopped for at least a good 10 to 15 seconds to go, gee, where the hell am I throwing next? So I'm glad that I didn't. But no, it was in that moment. I mean, it was just one of those. It's not one of those things that's at all cerebral that you have anything going through your head. It's just kind of you're locked in the zone, and it just kind of went my way. So.
Yeah, and I mean, perfect execution for the route that you went. No doubt about that. Next week, you're facing off against the Surgeon and then King Raj. So not an easy path for you either, as you try to avoid relegation area, territory, sweating, whatever. In FODL A, what are you looking forward to in those upcoming matches?
Well, I'm looking forward to hopefully playing, the way that I did tonight. Last time I played Surge, at I believe it was the end of last season, it was one for the books. It went to a last leg decider, and it was some of the best starts I've played. I hope to do the same thing. My goal here is to obviously, I mean, it's to stay out of the relegation situation, and I know I'm right there right now. This tonight helps in a major way, and if I can sneak some legs off of both of those guys, I drunkenly said that I was going to beat King Raj on the podcast, which come on now. But if I can sneak some legs off both those guys, I think that I'll put myself in an okay position. So. Surgeon, it's always a pleasure to play. King Raj, I think the only time I've played him is in the Quarantine Cup this past weekend, which was a huge success. And if you haven't talked about it tonight already, you definitely need to. It was an enormous success. But that was, I think, the only time I've played him. And between that and just conversations we've had, separately, and conversations that he's had. Somehow that guy, it's something Canadian in him. He is somehow an absolute bad guy and an absolute good guy. And so I'm looking forward to the competition and trying to take down a bad guy, but at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to playing against a good guy. So.
Well, it's going to be a fun match, and out of the 3 tough matches you had to finish down the stretch, got a good start on the first one to give yourself at least some hope there. Great darts tonight from both of you, gentlemen. That was an extremely fun match to watch, and good luck to you guys the rest of the way.